Today we continue our graphing linear functions unit by graphing linear functions that are in point slope form. So that's an equation that looks a little different than what we're used to seeing. Point slope form will look like this. We'll have y minus y sub 1 equals m times x minus x sub 1. From that equation, we can conclude that there is a point x1, y1. So I'd like you to note that we have this minus sign in front of x1, but we don't have that here in the point. We have this minus sign in front of y1, but it's not a minus sign in front of y1 in the point. So what that's telling us is that it's going to be opposite signs for both of those numbers. And then our slope is m, just like we've used m to denote slope before. That stays the same. Slope still tells us the change in y over change in x. So using that to graph the function in number 1, we don't have to rewrite the equation to get it in slope-intercept form. We can just leave it in this form. And just by looking at the equation, we can tell that there is a point at 6, 5. So again, remember there's a minus sign here, but not a minus sign here in the point. And it's a y minus 5, and we put positive 5 here. So one time a student said, "Oh, I get it. It's opposite sides, opposite signs." So I thought that was a good way to remember that when you're looking at it in this form. To find the point, you go opposite sides, opposite signs. The slope is 1/3. So I plot the point 6, 5. And then from there, I go up 1, right 3. And then I'm kind of out of grid there. So you can also go down 1, left 3. So it's like a negative divided by a negative still gives us a positive slope. And then we can connect our points with a straight edge. Make sure we put arrows on both ends of our points. For number 2, we would identify a point. In this case, it would be -5, -1. So opposite signs, -5, -1. And our slope is -2/3. So first plot -5, -1. From there, we go down 2, right 3, down 2, right 3, and then connect your points with a straight edge. Put arrows on both ends. For number 3, the point that is on this line is +4, -7. So opposite sides, opposite signs. And our slope is 2/1. Remember, when you have a whole number, always put it over 1. So I will plot the point 4, -7. And then from there, we go up 2, right 1, up 2, right 1. And connect your points with a straight edge and put an arrow on both ends. For number 4, our point that we can see from the equation is -1, +3. So opposite sides, opposite signs. This negative right here represents -1. So we would think of that as -1 over 1. So I'm going to plot the point -1, 3. And then I'm going to go down 1, right 1, down 1, right 1, and connect my points.